Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Battlestar Galactica Season 1, Episode 9. Did I resolve my issue that I have with the show and with The Last Kingdom and YouTube and NBC since the last episode? Nope. If you want to have my explanation about that, what is happening, I'm gonna put the links just right there to see my reaction videos about these episodes and the intro where I'm talking about it. But for now, I didn't resolve it. I contested the claims that blocked the videos, you know, in US and Canada. The other countries, all of the world, you know, can watch it, but not these two countries. And 30% of my viewers are from these countries, so that's bothering me, so I'm trying to contest it. Maybe creating a Patreon, but really I didn't want to create a Patreon. I didn't want that because, you know, I'm uploading the videos on YouTube. It's YouTube which has to pay me for that, to give me money for that. That's really, you know. And now that YouTube did it, I was like, okay, maybe I can use that money for opening a PO box because that was something that I wanted to do. So I was like, okay, if I have to let them, you know, spend money on me just for later unboxes. And again, if you want to do that, I'm gonna put the link just right there of the video where you can find all of the information about that, all of the conditions. Also, really pay attention to that if you want your letter or your box to come to me. And I prepared a gift, you know, for you in return. I'm gonna respond to all of you, and for some of you, for the first 50 ones of you who are gonna send me something, maybe more if I have just, you know, 52 letters. For now I just have 2 letters, you know, one letter and one box which are waiting for me on the storage, and that's already great. I'm already so excited about that. You can't even know how much I'm excited about that. Even if it's just one letter and one box, I'm so excited. But yes, if you want to send me something, you're gonna receive a response for sure, and maybe even a little gift. So that's it, if you're interested about that. Even if you're just following me now for Battlestar Galactica or for The Last Kingdom, you can try. You can send me something, I'm gonna respond to you no matter what. But yes, creating a Patreon, asking you to spend money on me, I don't like that, you know. I really don't like this idea. I don't know. I was thinking about something, I mean, asking you for money but giving you something in exchange, you know. Not videos, because I'm making videos for my channel, but something else, you know, maybe. I don't know, I'm thinking about it, but maybe it's not gonna be a Patreon. I don't know, I will see that. Not for this season 1 for sure, but for the other seasons I'm gonna think a little about that, you know. About Battlestar Galactica, I'm loving the show. I said it a lot, that's it, I'm loving the show. I'm loving some of the characters, and I'm interested by all of the characters, even, you know, the ones that I'm not loving, even the ones that I'm hating. Gaius? Aïe aïe aïe, Gaius. That was so French. Gaius, really, I hate him. I don't want to say it in another way. I hate him. The episode 7, you know, that I saw this morning was really there for him, for understanding him more, and I'm understanding him more, but it doesn't mean that I like him now. It doesn't mean that I'm not considering him as a traitor, that I can trust him. No. Really? No. He loves the woman in red, and he is more and more embracing what she's saying, and she's manipulating him, so at the end he's gonna be totally on her side, I think. And during the last episode he didn't say that Boomer, that Galactica Boomer was a Cylon. I mean, she needs to know, because she's fighting that, you know, inside of herself. She needs to know. The other Boomer chose to betray the Cylons for Hilo, I think. I think that it was happening like that during the last episode. So she is trying also to fight that silent side on her. So it would mean that really they have feelings and they have emotions and they can also switch. They can also come on our side. Can it be possible? Really, fully, I mean, because they are programmed, you know, to be against humans, to destroy humanity. So can they really fight that side of them? If we are considering that we have different parts of them, one with a soul and one which is a silent, is it possible? Adama's father, I really don't think that is a silent. And my main, you know, reason for that, proof of that, is the fact that he had babies, he had sons. Silence, okay. They have blood, flesh and all of that, they can sweat, they have saliva, but they can't have babies? Did I miss something? I really think that they can't have babies. If they can have babies, really the woman in red, she would have been pregnant since months, years now, because she is not fucking, but she's kissing everyone. She has to stop with that. I mean, all of her copy, you know, they are kissing everyone, like she is programmed to kiss everyone, because she's considered, I think, as the sexy woman, the sexy silent, so she's programmed to be sexy, manipulative. Do I like that? Women were programmed to be sexy and manipulative? I think that you know the answer of that, but I'm reassuring myself with the fact that they are writing her like that because she's a silent and she's programmed to be like that, and they are writing other female characters who are really great into this show, so that's why I'm reassuring myself, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this intro right now and I'm gonna watch this episode 9, the last episode that I'm gonna watch today and before my holidays, so I'm gonna be back with Battlestar Galactica in 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. That's a lot. I'm gonna miss it so much because I watched so many episodes in, you know, a little time. I'm gonna miss it, you know, during that time. I'm going on holidays and my holidays are gonna be so great and so fun. I'm going to Guadeloupe. I don't know if you know what is Guadeloupe. That's a French department, but that's really far away from France. It's near to Cuba, you know, to Puerto Rico, and that's an island, of course, and I'm gonna be like with sun, just like that. You can why did I do that? I'm tired of myself. But really, I'm gonna enjoy myself during that time. I'm gonna think of you and I'm gonna try to respond to your comments just like if I was there, and you're gonna have your videos, blocked or not, you're gonna have them, and that's gonna be great. That's not gonna be what I planned, but that's gonna be great no matter what. Let's go for this episode 9. I like this episode. Again, you know, I think that the 3 episodes that I watched today were not really about the story, were not really about the characters. Some of the characters, I mean, we progressed into the story for the Hilo part, and we progressed with the characters for Gaius part, for Starbuck part, and that's all, I think, really. I mean, in fact, each one of the episodes that I watched today, the episodes 7, 8 and 9 that I watched today, they all had really a purpose for the subject that they explored. They all had a purpose for making the viewers think about one subject or one other subject. This one, it was really about the paranoia that having sleeper agents is creating, you know, into the ship. It was really about that. Like, we suspected everyone to be a silent during this episode. We suspected Adama's father, we suspected the president, we suspected the colonel's wife. At some point I was gonna suspect also the colonel, you know. So it was really there for that, this episode. It was to tell us that having sleeper agents is really making all of them paranoiac, you know? And again, I think that it's really written like that because of the context of the show, because of the context of when the show was written. It was written during the time of the Iraq war, you know, in US. And that was during that time, you know, that everyone was suspecting the neighbor of a member of the family or someone that we know to be in fact a sleeper agent, to be in fact a terrorist who would attack, you know, one day, something like that. It was really an atmosphere like that during the time that the show was written, and they made that during this episode, and it was really well done. Even if during some moments, you know, during the dinner time or during that scene, you know, into the lab, the music on the background was really there to show us that we didn't have to take really seriously what was happening right there, that in fact it was creating quiproquo. I'm saying it with an English accent, with a French English accent, but it's quiproquo in French. And that's what they made, you know, with these situations and scenes, the lines, and also with the music in the background. If they would have put, you know, a music like a stressing music like it is during all of the rest of the episode, we would have been stressed, in tension, paranoiac also. We were like that during some moment of the episode, but during these two scenes, because of the music on the background, we were more like, okay, that's really something for which we can lose, like that's ridiculous, really, that's what is happening? And the music is telling you that, you know, the music told the viewers to feel like that about that moment, and that was well done. Like I'm saying a lot, when you want to say a message to your viewers, a message or an intention, you can use one thing, you know, to say it clearly. You don't have to use all of it, because if you are using all of it, it's too much. Right there, they used the music, and that was great, and that was already enough, you know, to just use the music. If they would have used the music, but also, you know, maybe some looks between the characters, looking like that, suspecting everyone, it would have been too much, but it was not the case. That's so great, and that's also the proof, you know, that episode is also the proof that the show is able to do something like that, you know, can write an episode, an entire episode, just with one subject that they want to explore, that paranoia that creates sleeper agents, the fact that you are suspecting everyone to be assailant, and how it can impact, you know, your relationship with other persons, because you're gonna suspect everyone. Again, it's well written, and again, it's a great subject to explore in a show. I'm really glad that they are making that. I love that, I really love that. And this episode was so great to know more about the colonel, you know. We saw a little of him during each episode, we learned how he's functioning, you know, but this episode, to see him being like that with his wife, that was great to see that side of him. To see also that even if he's a strong man, you know, even if he's really proud and all of that, he can be influenced by his wife, and she has really a bad influence on him, and I hope that we're not gonna see a lot of her, because I'm really not liking her. Not as much as Gaius, but still. Okay, I'm gonna finish this video right now, because I'm gonna try to make things work for the videos which are blocked. That's it, you know. I'm trying, I'm really trying, but I'm gonna lose so much time trying that, and I was supposed already to edit other videos, so that's it. I'm gonna stop right now because I have that to do. So it's all for Battlestar Galactica for me and you for today, and I'm not gonna see the show again, I mean new episodes of the show, for weeks now. I'm gonna miss the show during that time, and that's it. It's all for me for today and for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Rain